Have you heard of it? Have you heard of this story, the Skunk Ape?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of the Skunk Ape.
So the story I want to tell is from 2000. It's the most compelling encounter that I've seen so far. This lady was in her backyard and she noticed she had an apple tree and her apples were getting like messed with every night. And so she goes out there to like try to figure it out. She hears something. She goes outside and snaps a couple photos and literally catches an image. And she's like, I just saw it, like glowing eyes, this, ape-like creature. Well, she calls in to the she sends in photos to the Sarasota, right? Police department.
Yep.
And she sends them in. And what she reports is, I think there's an escaped orangutan in my yard. Here's the photos. Can you please investigate with like, I don't know, if a zoo somewhere, like if anyone's missing one, it's in my yard. Come deal with it. That was her plea. And so she takes these photos. This is the scariest thing I've ever seen. Remember, she's not reporting cryptid. She's reporting
orangutan.
What
year was this?
This photo is from 2000.
I'm so nervous.
Dude, my phone is being stupid right now.
I've seen
Are you
this.
kidding me? Dude, that looks like an orangutan.
That's legit.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is the scariest thing I've ever seen. That would be...
That's the photo.
Dude, chills. That does look like the Jack Link's Sasquatch.
Dude, that's so scary.
Pop the flash because something was in her yard getting into her apples, and that's the photo she sent in. She's like, oh my gosh, there is an orangutan in my yard. Come deal with it.
Oh, thank you.
But the reason I bring up Mayaka is because there's been that other encounter where they reported a very similarly described creature. There's other encounters. I've told one of the stories where people like got their truck chased by this creature. But time and time again, it's this ape-like creature with stinky fur, reddish or black fur. And then what's most compelling is I was like, okay, well, let me look. The police didn't do anything. That's the end of the story. But then when I looked up, I did a search trying to find any in Central Florida in general, were any zoos missing any primates. And I couldn't Google and find anything. I used ChatGPT to try to find articles. No one reported anything missing in that area anywhere near that time period. And so either that thing had been in the woods for over 10 years and survived that and then suddenly decided it was going to start getting close to people's property, or there's really something out there. And then that doesn't look like a fake photo to me. I looked at some one of the people saying that it is a fraud is claiming two things. There's apparently out of Japan a costume that looks very similar to that.
Okay.
And they're saying, no, we recognize it from that. But then the same counter argument, like the people making this play, they say, and it's photoshopped and compiled. Like you can kind of tell. My thing is, if you're photoshopping, you're not going to use a flash because that makes shadow a nightmare to do all of that.
Right.
And if you are photoshopping, why go through the trouble of getting this costume and now you're going to take a photo of that in a different
It's a lot of work for a hoax.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense. Like you can make a more compelling hoax,
like from far away. Or
yeah.
There's so many things that we've shared on here that like we looked up, and a lot of the times it's kind of like 50-50 debunked or whatever. I'm looking up this one right now. 100% has not been debunked.
That photo?
And a lot of people are saying, experts, they're like, I work with wildlife. This looks like a real animal. Just everything about it reads as a real animal. And 2000 having a photo like that, that's so scary.
That's so scary.
My whole thing is the flash. If I were faking a photo, because the way that the light changes, like your positioning in the Photoshop would have to be perfect.
Oh, and that's the second photo of it.
The second one's terrifying too.
Oh my gosh.
Is his mouth open in that
Yeah,
one?
it looks like he's got teeth.
Yeah, he looks like bottom teeth that come out, and so he's looking up.
It's got an
It does look like an
Underbite,
orangutan in the face, though. That's crazy.
It totally does.
Well, and sort of the way the shoulders are and the head is sitting.
But all the depictions of Bigfoot, there's been a lot that look like that, like with the hair that come down like that. So that's
a
interesting.
Chewbacca, dude.
Did you see
For
its
real.
foot, though?
No.
At the bottom?
Let me see it.
Is it?
It's the
in the
picture
photo
you
I
sent.
sent?
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, it looks like big, gorilla hands, like actual.
A big foot. A Bigfoot.
Oh my goodness.
Is that not like I'm going in the woods in the dark this Sunday, And I will be thinking of that the whole
I'm
time.
I'm telling you, when I was in Ocala National Forest, it literally every time I think about it, and it still gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
There's something weird, man.
Well, have you heard? People are like, well, you've never found like Bigfoot bones or like whatever. It's like, how often are you finding bones of bears?
Yeah,
and
true.
there's tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of bears, whatever there is. You know,
Bro, how many deer did we see on the property in Tennessee? It was like 17.
One time there was like 17.
And every moment we weren't sleeping or at conference, I was looking for bones on that property and didn't find anything.
Yeah.
So rats eat bones too. So
a more rare and elusive animals. Yeah, you're not going to be finding those things.
Some of the I love this stuff. Two things right away. Hilarious to me that for Florida, like, what is our addition to this narrative? Ours stinks.
What's different about it, though?
You have the Bigfoot. Isn't that cool? And it's kind of like, yeah, well, ours reeks. Take that.
Just the swamp and the fur.
Yeah. I mean, they probably all stink, right? There's not like a big hairy animal in the forest.
Ours stinks the worst, though.
But in the Florida, we got the stinkiest. I always think that's funny with the skunk ape. Second of all, definitely to the hoax comment, I'm always like, well, you get like 4 steps into that process and you're like, okay, listen, I'm not trying to get this thing like in the official Hall of Animals at the moment, but listen to yourself when you're like, all they did. They got the costume from Japan. She slow played missing apples that were reported to police officers. She took a photo with flash. She photoshopped. Nobody claimed any social media or other credit afterward. I don't get what are you still wondering about? And you're like, that's a lot of steps that don't really all track.
Yeah, she spent the past 2 years complaining about her apples to her neighbors just to build a rapport.
It was all. You're such a dummy. It just obviously she was playing this the whole time.
Thank you for saying official report because I forgot to bring up this detail. In 1978, because of another encounter, there is actually a Florida House Bill 58 in regards to hunting, trapping, and injuring humanoid ape-like creatures. It's called the Florida Skunk Ape Protection Act.
So you can't. 70s?
In 78, it was actually proposed, and its subject was, and this is
enacted? Like, was it put in play?
It has not been, but it's. I read like the first few pages of like what do they call the person who like types out the the House conversation, and so you can literally they're like saying we need to enact this. It was literally in the 70s something they were like, let's do it, but the subject, and this is from the actual document, skunk ape cryptid. Involving criminal law and animals, mythical. Bill file supporting a draft of a bill to protect Florida skunk ape, a cryptid creature understood to live in Florida. The file also includes amendments, vote sheets, and a short transcript of discussion of the bill. But you can look it up, House Bill 58.
That's crazy.
We need to make this our, protect the skunk ape.
Needs
to be our combined
on the sidewalk with
mission,
posters and everything.
Protect the skunk ape.
Yeah, dude.
It's out there. We don't want anybody messing with it.
What if they got rid of them all? Like, you know how they can call in aliens with that one place they have those tones and stuff, frequencies, and they bring in UFOs? What if there's something to deter them as well?
Oh, yeah.
Like a frequency that okay, we don't want anyone seeing
5G towers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Stay in your caves.
Ninjas are butterflies.
Did I say ninja? I meant
butterfly. The butterfly is no doubt one of God's most beautiful creations.
I said empty your mind.
You learn martial arts!